you have written about some of the tailwinds that you think are going to be pretty stable here going into the next couple quarters.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I think step one, iPhone demand is a lot better than what folks would expect. It was up 7% in constant currency. And again, the story there is, while the developed world is okay, it's the emerging markets, India and China and other places that are ramping up in a big way for them. So iPhone has always been the foundation of this company is actually inflecting higher. And then the other part that's really, I think, helping out the EPS and free cash flow, importantly, is gross margins, right? You're sitting at 45% gross margins today, 44, 45%. And you would argue that given what's happening in the commodity environment, how Apple's mix is shifting, this could actually keep inflecting higher for them. And as long as you have stable iPhone revenues, gross margins improving, we think this is the making of a tech staple asset over time.
When you think about what's most interesting for them right now in the way of tailwinds, is it about installed base and hardware, or is it more about services and particularly financial services, especially after Cook said the response to that high-yield savings was, quote, incredible?
Listen, we would all like to get 4% in our savings account, right? So no surprises that it's incredible there for them. Amazing that's still 100 basis points below what T-bills are at, I think. Listen, I think these things go hand in hand at the end of the day for Apple, right? I think the beauty of what Apple is doing right now is they're actually expanding the install base through whatever macro turmoil you're having. And so the hope would be as they get to the other side of this macro environment, a more stable environment, the $2 billion install base that they have, they can start to monetize it in a big way. I think Apple Pay is a really fascinating way for them to do it. But in all fairness, the big chunks for them will be the App Store. How do you monetize that? And then on a broader level, digital advertising, where do they go with that? But certainly, Apple Pay is a really fascinating growth vector for them as well.
Pretty interesting here. The August high last year, about 176 or so. We're not too far from that. Amit, thanks so much. Good to see you. Amit Daryanani talking some Apple.